Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. Have y'all ever just had life absolutely just beating the shit out of you for days and days and days, weeks and weeks? That's what my life's been like lately, y'all. That's why the content ain't been as much as it's usually been. I apologize about that. I'm getting back on track here. Got a vehicle going. Got my baby feeling better. Anybody that said a prayer for my baby, I appreciate you. Means more than you know. Even if you didn't comment, whatever, you just said, "Oh, I hope this baby feels better." Thank you. Today we got a few topics to go over. We're going to talk about is Tennessee's next starting quarterback in the transfer portal right now. I personally think they are. Then we got who will be Michigan's next coach. That could bleed over into the other topic. Is will Bama fans want Deboer gone if he loses tonight? And will Deboer want to leave if he loses tonight? Then we're going to look at Sharon Moore's actual mugshot, y'all. The mugshot that went around was an AI generated one. The one that is the real one is actually worse looking than the AI generated one. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. I'm back and better than ever. We got to come up with a name for our little community here, y'all. Y'all help me get this up to 100 subscribers. Share with your buddies, share with your enemies, share with anybody and everybody. Ball fans, Bama fans, Florida fans, we talk about it all here, y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, get in that comment section. Let's get into it. First things first, is Tennessee's new QB1 in the transfer portal? Me personally, I think he is. You got Sam Levitt. He's not entered yet, but he's entering. Even Kenny Dillingham basically said, "Yeah, I wish him well on whatever he does." Then you got Josh Hoover. Josh Hoover just entered. We'll talk about him, and you got Brandon Sorsby. So Sam Levitt's been a guy that's been talked about to Tennessee just because they think him and Josh Heupel's offense will be a match made in heaven. Which that's really Heupel with every quarterback, y'all. If you're a quarterback that's got a strong arm, accurate, quick decision making, you're perfect for Heupel's offense. So Sam Levitt's been a guy that's talked about. Now the next two guys, you got Brandon Sorsby. Sorsby, his family lives in Knoxville right now. His brother goes to a high school in Knoxville. So if he is transferring from Cincinnati, so if he transferred to Tennessee, it'd be a seamless transfer. He'd be there with his family. He's been quoted saying that there's one stadium he hasn't played in that he'd love to play in. That's Neyland Stadium. I'm pretty sure his family and him are all Tennessee fans. They live in Knoxville. Be a match made in heaven. According to 24/7 Sports, Sorsby is the top-rated player in the portal right now, and that's over DJ Lagway, Dylan Raiola, guys like that. They say Texas Tech's probably our biggest competition for him right now. And Texas Tech does be throwing that money around, y'all. In the words of Lil Rain, they make it rain. I mean, they do. But does Sorsby care more about the money, or does he care more about being in Knoxville with his family? Another thing working in Texas Tech's favor is apparently his girlfriend is going to Texas Tech to play volleyball. So that's something to watch. But all these big time quarterbacks, Lagway, Raiola, I mean, every big time quarterback in the portal right now is linked to Texas Tech because they need a quarterback, and everybody knows they're going to spend money. Well, Texas Tech can only take one quarterback, so they can't all go there. But they rather have Lagway, Raiola, somebody like that over Sorsby. That's a possibility. So you got Sorsby. Then we got Josh Hoover. If you recall, this offseason, April comes, day before spring practice, Nico leaves. We called Illinois' quarterback, and we called TCU's quarterback, Josh Hoover. Hoover decided to stay. He didn't even really listen to our offer, but now he's in the portal. And Hoover's been a really good quarterback. His quarterback rating is like 70, I think 74 or something. Is like 28th in the country. And if you're that good outside of Heupel's offense, you get in Heupel's offense, it'll probably go even higher. Aguilar is still a possibility, but it's not looking good for Aguilar to get another year. The only reason he got to play this year is because he got the extra year already. So I'm pretty doubtful on Aguilar. Another guy I would say to watch, just based off the reports of we're going all in this offseason, we're going to spend money, we're going after big name guys, is North Texas transfer, Messamaker. I don't see him following the coach to Oklahoma State when Oklahoma State's in turmoil right now, and he could go to a team that's got national title hopes. So that's another name to watch. If I was a betting man, I'd say Sorsby or Josh Hoover. My money right now is on Brandon Sorsby. That's what I take right now. Brandon Sorsby's a one-year guy. Perfect. He come in, start next year. The year after, McIntyre, Faison Brandon can battle it out for the starter. Two highly rated guys. Get another year under McIntyre's belt. Let Faison get accustomed to college. I don't think I covered it because it happened after my last video. Jake Merklinger did enter the transfer portal. So we will for sure add a guy in the portal, whether it's a guy to come in and start next year or whether it's a guy to come in and just be competition for McIntyre and Faison. We have to add another guy. You cannot have just two quarterbacks on your roster. And with Merklinger leaving, Aguilar more than likely gone, we got two scholarship guys next year right now. So adding a quarterback will happen. That's just all they are to it. We're going to talk about Deboer in Alabama before we talk about Michigan, y'all. Let's segue into that. Let's pull this post up real quick, read it, then we'll get into it. Brooks Austin, the film guy. Alabama fans, since everyone is convinced you'll want your coach fired if he loses tomorrow, let me ask, is that true? The majority of people that answer that absolutely would want Kalen DeBoer gone. I'd say probably 70% of them say if they lose tomorrow with their fourth loss, they would want DeBoer gone. So what's keeping DeBoer from just leaving if they lose tomorrow? The majority of Alabama fans are not high on him right now. They was low on him when Florida State beat him. Then he had that good run, but down the stretch, they've not looked very good. They got beat by Oklahoma. Barely scraped by against Auburn. Then got the crap beat out of them by Georgia. If they turn around tonight and lose to Oklahoma again, do you think DeBoer would leave for Michigan? Because I think it's a real possibility. I think there's a reason you're not hearing much about the Michigan coaching search. I think DeBoer is an actual, real, legitimate candidate for that job, y'all. I really do. I could be wrong. But I do think if Bama loses tonight, it's a very big possibility that DeBoer goes to Michigan. I could be completely wrong, but there's been a lot of rumors and some guys in the know that think that he is still a candidate for the Michigan job. There's guys in the know that keep saying that. And he has yet to sign a contract extension with Alabama yet. And Bama's been working to get him one signed, and they ain't agreed to anything yet. Is that because he's waiting to see how this game goes against Oklahoma, see how the fans act? maybe go to Michigan. We've seen crazier shit happen, y'all. We really have. We've seen crazier stuff happen. And Deboer, it's known that he enjoys being up Midwest, West more than he does in the South. I think it's all depending on how the night goes. I think if he wins the night, makes it to the second round, Bama will push harder to sign him to an extension. If they lose and Bama fans are not happy and they're giving him hell, he may just say, "Hey, I'm gonna go up here north, go to Michigan, play in an easier conference in the Big Ten, and see what happens." Which leads us to our next subject, y'all. Who will be the coach of the Michigan Wolverines? It's been a quiet search behind. There's not been much info come out. Yeah, you had some names thrown out. You had Deboer, you had Brian Kelly, you had some other guys thrown out. There's really not been much news right now. Michigan's investigating itself. So that's more of the headlines than the coaching search right now. And I cannot wrap my mind around how Ward Manuel still has a job with all these scandals that go on under him. I mean, Lord, you got a coach meeting up with a minor, get caught meeting up with a minor, fired him. You had the sign stealing scandal. You had the Sharon Moore stuff. I mean, it's scandal after scandal after scandal. And Ward Manuel's still the athletic director. And he was the head of the playoff committee last year while his team was literally under investigation for cheating. It's crazy to me. I do think Ward Manuel will end up fired, but I think it's crazy he ain't been fired yet. My top two candidates, I would bet any amount of money on one of these two coaches will be the next coach of Michigan. Kalen DeBoer, Kenny Dillingham, Arizona State. If DeBoer turns them down, they put their sights on Dillingham, he takes the job. I mean, it's just hard to pass that up when Arizona State's behind the 8 ball in the Big 12. I'm not saying Arizona State's a bottom dweller in the Big 12 as far as their resources and their commitment to winning, but when you have a team like Texas Tech in the conference, you're never going to be the top dog in the Big 12. And the way the Big 12 is structured right now and the teams they've got, more than likely, most years, there's only going to be one Big 12 team in the playoffs. You can go to Michigan, have as many resources as you possibly need to win big, and be in the Big 10, that could get 3, 4, maybe even 5 teams in the playoffs, especially once they go to 16. So if you go to Michigan, you can be second, third, fourth in the Big 10. You still get in the playoffs and have a chance to go win a national title. In the Big 12, it's you either win the Big 12, competing against the Texas Tech school that is spending a fortune that Arizona State don't have. So you have to outcoach them, just have everything go your way. But you go to Michigan, get the talent, within 2 years win national title. The way Portnoy and everybody's donating to their NIL, Michigan can rebuild, get the talent they need within 2-3 years, and be right back up there competing for national titles. Who do y'all think will be the next Michigan coach? Do you think I'm right? It'll be Deboer or Kenny Dillingham. Or is there another name that I haven't mentioned that you think will get it? Y'all let me know in the comments. I'm anxious to see what y'all think. Before we move on to tonight's playoff game, y'all, Sharon Moore's actual mugshot got released, and nobody even knew that the first one was AI. Somebody made an AI mugshot of him, put it out, and even media people was using the mugshot. It wasn't even the real mugshot. Even though the mugshot that they put out AI looks like he was messed up and in a bad mood, the real mugshot is even worse, y'all. You can tell that he is high as giraffe pussy. I mean, let's be honest. The man is high as giraffe pussy. He just looks, man, he looks just dangerous in that picture, y'all. I mean, I ain't trying to say nothing bad about him. You could tell that he just went crazy, though. I mean, you could look in that man's eyes and tell he just went crazy before he got arrested. I seen that yesterday and I was like, that AI picture literally got circulated. They showing it on ESPN. All of us YouTubers was using it. All these sports media people was using it. Thought it was the real mugshot. Come to find out, it wasn't. That blew my mind. And somehow the real one is worse than the AI one. Let me get a drink real quick, y'all. College football playoffs. Kick off tonight, y'all. Who do you got? Oklahoma or Bama? I've been flip flopping back and forth. I know I made predictions on the last video. I think Oklahoma gets it done. I've been flip flopping back and forth. I mean, this is a neck and neck game, y'all. I just think there's been too much distractions for Alabama with the Deboer stuff, Michigan. Then just the way they played down the stretch, I can't get it out of my head. And Oklahoma's played their best ball down the stretch. And their offense has been terrible. John Mateer got out of his brace. So does he come out and look good tonight? If their offense plays better tonight, this game might not even be close, y'all. Because their defense has been the best defense in the country. Ty Simpson will have to have time tonight. Alabama will have to be able to run the ball. They will have to be able to run the ball so Oklahoma don't just tee off on Ty Simpson. Because Alabama's offensive line is not good enough already to stop Oklahoma from getting pressure on Ty Simpson. If they can't run the ball and Oklahoma's just teeing off on them, it's going to be a long night for Alabama. I can think of scenarios that Bama wins this game, but I see more scenarios where Oklahoma wins. Even with Oklahoma's offense being below average, to be honest. Their defense is that good. Alabama can't run the ball. They had negative 3 yards in the SEC championship game, y'all. They've been able to run the ball all year. When you can't run the ball, teams tee off on your quarterback. And it's just bad for your offense to be one-dimensional. They got away with it for a couple of weeks during that good stretch they had, and then South Carolina came. They just slowly just kept looking a little worse every week. Who do y'all got? Tell me why you got them. I think Oklahoma's defense just eats Alabama's offense up, and Oklahoma wins this game in similar fashion to the last one, like 23-21. Not a very high-scoring game. Force Alabama into a couple of turnovers. Turn those into points. They leave Norman with the playoff win. Brent Venables goes from hot seat to contract extension. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments. Who you got, Bama, Oklahoma? I appreciate all y'all tuning in. Like I said, I'm sorry that my schedules got thrown off. Life's been kicking my ass, taking my lunch money, shoving me in the locker. It is what it is. It happens. But I'm still very blessed. I hope all y'all feel as blessed as I do. Hope y'all have a great Friday, great Saturday. Enjoy watching the playoffs. I'll tune back in with y'all either tomorrow or Sunday. God bless y'all. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, go Vols.